Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for January 13, 2024. And in the news this evening, gunman flees after firing at the cops in St. Mary. The police have launched a manhunt for a gunman who reportedly fired a shot at lawmen on Main Street in Highgate, St. Mary on Friday. No one was injured during the confrontation, police said. Reports reaching the news indicated that around 12:05 p.m., a team of police officers acting on information about a male in possession of an illegal firearm went to the Highgate market where the suspicious male was seen. It was reported that on the approach of the police at the rear of the market, the male pulled a handgun from a bag and fired one shot at the two members of the police team. He then fled and made his escape. The police said the members of the team were unable to discharge their weapons based on the area. Two killed in separate crashes in St. Mary. Two people are dead due to injuries sustained in separate motor vehicle collisions in St. Mary on Friday. Dead are 51-year-old Maurice Ireland of Devon Pen and the 25-year-old Romain Green of Aleppo District and the Charlottenburg in Highgate, both in St. Mary. Green was killed after the car he was driving reportedly crashed into a pole on the Aleppo Main Road Friday night. Reports are that about 11:30 p.m., Green was driving a white Nissan Tida motorcar along the roadway when he lost the control of the vehicle, which collided into a Jamaica Public Service utility pole. Green sustained multiple injuries and was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Meanwhile, Ireland was killed in a motorcycle crash which occurred about 6:30 p.m. Reports are that Ireland was riding a motorcycle along the Devon Pen Main Road when it collided with another motorcycle. Ireland and the other driver sustained injuries and were taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead and the other man admitted. The police are investigating both incidents. Barber shot dead while trimming customer in Portland. A barber was shot dead while trimming a man at his barber shop in White River District in Buff Bay, Portland, Friday night. The dead man has been identified as a 44-year-old Tyson Delarno Bowen of a White River District address. The news understands that around 7:50 p.m., Bowen was in the shop trimming a meal when a gunman entered and shot the barber several times in the left side of his neck. The gunman then fled. Residents alerted the police, who went to the location and rushed Bowen to the Montego Bay Hospital, where doctors pronounced him dead. The body was removed to the morgue. The scene was processed and a manhunt launched for the gunman. Police have not given a motive for the attack. Female decomposing body found in St. Anne. The decomposing body of a female was found in Cave Valley, St. Anne on Friday. The deceased has not yet been identified. Reports from the police are that about 3:29 p.m., the woman's body was found lying face down in a house. The police were summoned and her remains removed to the morgue. NRSC laments a ferry crash in St. Anne. Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucian Jones, is bemoaning the number of road fatalities so far in 2024. His remarks come on the heels of Friday's ferry four-vehicle collision in Discovery Bay, St. Anne, which left 2 people dead and others injured. He said the tragic crash brings to an end the single fatal crashes that have been happening. The terrible crash in St. Anne in Pear Tree, in fact, smashes the trend which started the year, where we have only had before 6 people dead, 3 pedestrians and 3 motorcyclists, so the reported 2 persons who died in a ferry crash brings to an end single crash fatalities which we have experienced, Dr. Jones said. He said it is being theorized that the speeding was the main factor in the crash. The fact that the cars burst into flames at the very least means that someone was going at excessive speed, and it is a feature which we spoke about last year, which we don't want to see this year, and unfortunately has happened for the first time this year, Jones said. He again pleaded with motorists to desist from endangering their lives and the lives of others. We really have to get into the minds of our drivers, slow down and live, and let somebody else live. Right now, as the Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, I am very disturbed that we have begun this year with very encouraging results, and now we have this awful crash. We can do better. We have to do better this year, he said. According to the police, around 3:35 p.m., a Hydra motor truck was traveling westerly towards Discovery Bay when it's alleged that a BMW motor car, which was traveling easterly towards Runaway Bay, attempted to overtake a Toyota Mark X and collided with the Hydra motor truck. The Hydra motor truck then veered off the road and became lodged in mangroves. It is reported that the Toyota Mark X motor car then collided with the rear of a Toyota Tundra motor truck, which was also traveling easterly. Lawmen say the Toyota Tundra, the Toyota Mark X, and the BMW motor car all veered off the road and were lodged together and then caught fire. Police and the firefighters responded, and following cooling down operations, the charred remains of 2 people were found among the debris. They have not been identified. The occupants of the other vehicle were taken to hospital for treatment. Man charged for allegedly stabbing Good Samaritan in Westmoreland. A man accused of stabbing a Good Samaritan who attempted to help his elderly neighbor in Alma District in Green Hill, Westmoreland, was charged on Friday. Charged with wounding with intent is 32-year-old Dane McDonald from Alma District. McDonald is accused of mercilessly stabbing a 58-year-old farmer who confronted him upon seeing him holding his neighbor at a knife point. The injured man has since been hospitalized. Reports indicate that around 3:45 p.m. last Saturday, the now injured man heard his neighbor calling for help. He went to her assistance and saw a man holding a knife around her neck. The farmer immediately attempted to rescue the elderly lady when he was reportedly stabbed multiple times all over his body. Residents rushed the stabbed victim to the hospital, where he was admitted in serious condition. A report was made to the police, and McDonald was taken into custody. Following investigations, he was subsequently arrested and charged. The police did not provide a court date for the accused. Cops probe double murder in Montego Bay. Police are probing a double murder after 2 men were shot dead on the Tucker Main Road in St. James Friday night. The dead men have been identified as a 32-year-old Jerome Evans, otherwise called Ricky, and a 37-year-old Jerome Longman, otherwise called Q37. Both men were from retirement in the parish. Reports reaching the news are that around 10:15 p.m., residents heard a barrage of explosions, saw Evans's body, and alerted the police. Lawmen rushed to the scene and saw Evans in the middle of the road beside a motorbike, suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the head and upper section. The area was cordoned off, and a search of the scene was conducted. During the search, Longman's body was discovered lying in bushes about 26 feet from that of Evans, the police said. Longman's body had what appeared to be gunshot wounds to his abdomen and left foot. Police took the men to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where they were pronounced dead by doctors on duty. Detectives found 24 9mm spent casings while processing the scene, the police said. Man hospitalized after oil spill causes several accidents in Trelawney. A man is in hospital after an oil spill caused several motor vehicles to crash on a section of the Northern Coastal Highway in the vicinity of Rock in Trelawney on Friday evening. The news was reliably informed that the spill was reportedly caused by a motor truck. According to the Trelawney police, the oil spill resulted in a number of crashes. The lawmen said the man in hospital had to be extricated from a vehicle. He was taken to the hospital for treatment. Head of the Trelawney Police, Deputy Superintendent Winston Milton, said the victim did not succumb. There was an oil spill, and there were several collisions as a result of that spill in the vicinity of Rock along the North Coast Main Road, but there was no fatality. Shanique Gallimore, a motorist who drove past the vicinity, said the experience was frightening. It was such an experience, because on the first time I experienced that, you have to drive at a speed and you cannot hold on to your brakes. You have to maintain a nice 50 or 60 km per hour. It's a good thing my boyfriend was behind me driving. You just have to be grateful, she said. PAHO concerned about Jamaica's high road fatality rate. The Pan American Health Organization has highlighted Jamaica's road fatality rate being higher than the average for the region of the Americas as concerns continue about the country's persistently high rates of road traffic deaths. PAO representatives participated in a National Road Safety Council review meeting on Thursday. In a subsequent statement, the organization noted that indiscipline and social determinants such as excessive speeding and a disregard for road rules were blamed for many of the 425 road fatalities last year. PAO said comparative data collected by the World Health Organization revealed that Jamaica's road fatality rate of 18 per 100,000 persons per year is higher than the average for the region of the Americas, which is 14.1. It said this places Jamaica in a tie for 13 out of 19 positions regarding the lowest rates of road fatalities among countries in the Americas. During the meeting, PAO/WHO representative for Jamaica, Bermuda, and the Cayman Islands, Ian Stain, is said to have emphasized the immediate need for an intersectoral and all-of-government approach to formulate and enforce effective policies and interventions.